Hey folks, welcome to another video, and as you may see from the blue on my fingers, you can expect props coming soon. This video is about homeopathy, and as you can see from that nice title, it will rebut it. That's what I do, after all. Homeopathy is based on two premises. That's really annoying. First premise, like cures like. Meaning, if a substance X makes you sneeze in a dosage of, say, 5 milligrams, then if you are sneezing, a dosage of the opposite of 5 milligrams, 1 divided by 5, of substance X will make you stop sneezing. The opposite of the initial dose makes you stop sneezing. Took the liberty to prepare this to help illustrate the point better. If dose X is bad, then dose 1 over X is good. If you are sneezing with a dose of X, then the opposite of dose X will make you stop sneezing once you are. Because of this mathematical concept, X times 1 over X cancels out and gives you 1. You can see the back of the paper there, but ignore that. Of course, in the real world, that's not what's really going on. You're not taking the opposite dosage. You're taking a very small dose of the initial substance. So you're actually adding the two together, which gives you X and then some. So not only would you be sneezing, but you'd be giving yourself a small dose of something that also makes you sneeze, making you sneeze more. First premise of homeopathy, like cures like, gone. Second premise, water has a memory. This is why the whole dilution thing actually works in the head of homeopaths everywhere. They think that any substance that comes into contact with water changes the nature of the water and magically transfers its properties to it. So for that purpose, this finally becomes relevant. I have taken the liberty of preparing 100 milliliters of water. Using one single drop of blue dye in all this gave me a nice uniform blue. And this is in fact water. Now, according to homeopathy, if I take another 100 milliliters of water... Oh, sorry, forgot one point. According to homeopathy, 1 drop of this makes you sneeze. 1 drop of this will make you stop sneezing, if you're already sneezing for unrelated reasons. Worse, or better yet, for homeopathy, 1 drop of this diluted into, well, 1 part of this diluted into 100 parts of water, like this, is more potent. This is actually better at making you stop sneezing than the original thing. But, let me empty out my eyedropper. It doesn't stop there. Now this nice blue that you have in this glass, as you can see, this is completely blue because the water memorized all of the attributes of that first drop and it became completely blue also. Yes, I'm using sarcasm. 1 drop of this into another 100 milliliters of water. 1 drop thusly. This is even more effective. And in homeopathy, you don't do this just 1 or 2 times. You do it 100 times, or 10,000 times, or 100,000 times. And every time you're mixing it and taking just 1 part of your previous mixture, 1 drop all the time, transferring it into 100 drops, 100 parts, mixing it all over again. Over and over and over. Now, using this extremely blue and very potent at making you stop sneezing mixture, 1 drop will make you stop completely if you're sneezing, according to homeopathy. Allow me to demonstrate the problem with this. This is our original mixture. Empty glass, so you can see better using a closer comparison. This is your original mixture of 1 drop of blue in 100 milliliters of water. This is your extremely blue and powerful cure. Notice the difference? Well, if you're a homeopath, you certainly don't. Actually, this one, according to a homeopath, would be weak. And this would be extremely potent. Yeah, because it's completely blue and this is completely clear. Let me give you an example of why this completely fails for homeopaths. This is our second mixture, the most powerful of the ones I've made. And according to homeopathy, when I add 1 drop of this, the wonderful blue that you have in here will cancel out the original thing, and the water will become pure and clear in every way, shape, and form. So 1 drop of blue, and oh, I'm sorry. Look at that. Isn't that a nice, wonderful, clear glass of water? It's, oh, what a failure. Homeopathy works like that, folks. Well, works like that. Next time you go to a pharmacy and there's homeopathic remedies on the shelf, do yourself a favor. Talk to the pharmacist, and if they do try to push this clear water on you, reconsider. There's no mechanism through which homeopathy can work. It's not using opposite doses, adding to doses that will cure you. You're simply piling bad on bad. And truth be told, as you can see in this second mixture, if you dilute something, at some point you won't get any of the original medicine in your mixture at all. Because water is not a uniform single entity. It's a bunch of little molecules all working together. And when you put that blue dye in, it doesn't mix with the water and become a uniform single entity. It's just blue molecules sitting between the molecules of water. They don't mix. They're just sharing the same space. If you take blue and dilute it, and take more blue and dilute it, and take a drop and dilute, take a drop and dilute, at some point the blue molecules will be so spread out that the next time you take your little eyedropper and go for a drop, there won't be any blue molecules left. Now I'm saying blue molecules, but it can be literally anything that the homeopath says has an effect. You become so diluted that at some point, usually after about 15 or 20 steps of taking a drop, taking 1 part and mixing it with 100 parts, after 15 to 20 steps, you're no longer picking anything except water. And water doesn't memorize anything. This isn't blue. You can see it. It's not blue at all. So ask yourself this. How does it work? And how can we explain its function? Water having a memory? What does that imply? Well, it implies, appropriately, that if homeopathy were true, it would be full of shit. Remember, just because I wear a mask doesn't mean I'm wrong. And I enlarged the mouth a bit, so hopefully the sibilant problem should be gone. See you, folks.